Welcome to day 2492 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, sharing No Nonsense November this month. Lessons learned over the last 5 decades of business and life, and lessons learned, always learned the hard way. I don't know why, but it seems like the big things that I like to share are the ones that cause me the most pain on the way to coming to the conclusion and the aha moment or the epiphany of, oh my God, this is the way it works. Why am I pushing against and fighting this? It kind of ties into our topic today, which is that of understanding boundaries, personal boundaries as well as professional boundaries, because they're all interconnected and linked. And I had the realization today that when we don't set boundaries, number one, we're not standing up for ourselves, we're not honoring ourselves, we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not being true to ourselves in terms of what is our self-worth. Why do other people deserve to have boundaries but we don't? Why do other people deserve to have things that they want but we don't? Well, we absolutely do. And so part of coming to terms with that is knowing what are our limits. And I guess this is how my distinction today is. Our limits are the point at which we draw the line in the sand. We won't compromise. It's like our core values versus things that are just important to us, or causes that we're interested in versus things that we will, things that we would die for, stand up for and die, things that are that important to us. That's our limit. We don't want to get to our limit in our relationships, in our jobs, in our conversations, in our friendships, in our raising kids, being a parent or a significant other. We don't want to get to that limit because that's our breaking point. We want to have boundaries clearly set and expectations shared and communicated so that we're all living in a way that honors us and honors other people as well. And I don't mean that in a weird woke way. I mean that in a, hey, let's treat other people the way we want to be treated way. And part of that is saying, this is what's important to me and what I expect. And then listening to them and agreeing with the other person or entity, whatever it might be, that, yeah, that makes sense. That's right. And we can be flexible on our boundaries, but pretty much our limits are our limits, and we're not going to be flexible on them. Think certain types of beliefs that we have that are core to us, core beliefs, core values. Those are things we're not going to bend on. And maybe it's, it's different for each of us. A lot of it's the same, but different for each of us. Things like our family, our religion, our politics. We're not going to change anybody's mind about their religion, their politics, how they feel about their family, how they feel about their creator, whatever, and however they see that to be. So why would we try to cross that boundary, right? That's a limit, not a boundary. And it's really none of our business, right? How I feel about something is none of your business, and how you feel about something is none of my business unless they butt heads and we have to get along in order to create something in the world that we're trying to create. So I think boundaries are an incredibly powerful topic. I know how powerful they are in our businesses. If you set, and to me, boundaries are expectations. It's clearly communicating, this is where I'm coming from. This is where you're coming from. Where are we going to meet to make this thing work? Whatever the thing might be, whether it's raising kids, you have to have expectations and boundaries set for each of the parents, right? And for in any relationship, we need to know what you will and will not do, what you will and will not tolerate, what you expect, how you expect to be treated, etc. And all of that is about boundaries. And our tool today was setting boundaries workbook, or boundary setting workbook. I can't remember the author's name. It's a 3-name thing. So I don't even know if it's a male or female. Have not read the book. Just found it today. I'm going to be getting it because I think it's one of those areas that I can always improve in. And I like to have workbooks because I can work through them a little bit at a time. I can do one little thing a day, or I can do one thing a week, whatever works for me, to get through different tools and things like that that I acquire throughout these challenges that we do together. The Let's Grow annual challenge this year is all about doing one thing every day to grow. So I like to have workbooks because then I can say, okay, every Thursday I'm going to work on the boundary setting workbook, or every day I'm going to write my gratitude journal. Whatever works for you, whatever works for me. So love to know, as far as this topic goes, boundaries, have you clearly set boundaries in any area of your life, in even your expectations with yourself? I think that's where we need to start and begin, because that's the one we have 100% control over. Where's that limit point, line in the sand that you're not going to cross over? And where's your boundary? Where do you want your boundary to be with respect to different areas and aspects of your life, with respect to how much sleep you get, how much water you drink. These are easy ones, right? What you consume and eat in terms of alcohol, tobacco, things like that. Those are boundaries that we set for ourselves. And then there's, of course, limits. And sometimes when we're out of control, we push our limits and we have challenges and problems that we don't want to have. So I think it's important that we set boundaries for ourselves as well as communicating them to other people. So curious, have you set boundaries for yourself? Share in the comments below one that you've set so we can learn from one another. As usual, if you've got any questions, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have a fantastic day. I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving week, which is probably my favorite holiday now. It used to be Halloween. I used to just be a huge Halloween fan. And now it is. And I always love Thanksgiving. And I love Thanksgiving. And I love Christmas. I like holidays. I think it's fun to celebrate things. And we don't have enough celebration and joy and things in our life. And so whenever we have an opportunity to spend time with family and friends and celebrate things that we're grateful for and thankful for, that is an awesome holiday. All right. If I can help you, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.